Hi everyone, I'm Laura.
And I'm Daniel. Welcome back.
Today we're going to do some real-life English speaking practice.
I like this topic already.
Me too. We're going to practice simple English you can really use.
So this is not just vocabulary, it's real conversation.
Exactly. You'll hear natural dialogue, useful phrases, and short speaking practice too.
That sounds helpful, especially if you understand English but still feel nervous when you speak.
Yes, and that is very normal. So let's practice together step by step.
Laura, can I ask you something?
Of course.
Sometimes I know the words in my head, but when I need to speak, I freeze.
That happens to many learners.
I think my problem is real life. In class, I'm okay, but in normal situations, I don't know what to say first.
Then this lesson will help a lot. We'll practice simple real-life moments, and I'll show you how to start, continue, and finish a conversation naturally.
Great, I really need that.
Let's imagine this. You are in a new place, maybe a class, a workplace, a cafe, or a community event. You want to speak English, but you are not sure how to begin.
Yes, that feels very real.
Good. So let's start with a simple first moment. You see someone standing near you before a class begins.
Okay, I'm a little nervous already.
That's fine. You do not need a perfect sentence. You just need a simple opening. You can say, "Hi, is this seat free?"
Oh, that's easy.
Yes, it is simple, polite, and natural. Then the other person might say, "Yes, it is."
Then what do I say next?
You can say, "Thanks. I'm Daniel, by the way."
By the way, that sounds natural.
It does. It helps you introduce yourself in a relaxed way.
Let me try. Hi, is this seat free?
Good.
Thanks, I'm Daniel, by the way.
Very nice. Then the other person might say, "Nice to meet you. I'm Emma."
And then maybe I say, nice to meet you too.
Exactly. Very natural.
That feels possible, not too hard.
Good. Now let's continue the same situation. You are sitting there together. You want to keep the conversation going, but only in a simple way.
Yes, that is the hard part for me.
Then use an easy question connected to the moment. For example, is this your first class here?
That's a good question because we are already in the class.
Right. That's the key. Your question already fits because it comes from the moment you're in.
So I should not suddenly ask something random.
Exactly. Keep it close to the moment. That makes the conversation easier.
Let me try the next part. Is this your first class here?
Good. Then Emma says, "No, I started last month."
Then maybe I say, oh, nice, it's my first day.
Yes, that is simple and real.
And maybe Emma says, really? I think you'll like it.
Perfect. Now listen to the full mini scene. "Hi, is this seat free?"
Yes, it is.
"Thanks. I'm Daniel, by the way."
Nice to meet you. I'm Daniel.
"Nice to meet you too. Is this your first class here?"
Yes, it is. I'm a little nervous, actually.
That's okay. Everyone is really friendly here.
That already sounds like a real conversation.
Good. Now let's move to the second mini scene. The class is over and you want to ask a simple question and continue speaking.
So the conversation is not finished.
Right. Real life continues. Maybe now you want to ask for help.
Yes, I need that kind of English too.
Good. You can say, "Excuse me, can I ask you something?"
Very useful.
Then you ask a small practical question. For example, "Do you know where the office is?"
Oh, that sounds very real.
Yes. Or "Do you know where I can get the course book?" Small questions like these are great for speaking practice because they happen all the time.
Let me try, excuse me, can I ask you something?
Great.
Do you know where the office is?
Very good. Then the other person might say, "Yes, it's downstairs next to the front desk."
Then maybe I don't understand front desk.
Excellent. That gives us a real communication moment. When you do not understand, you can ask for clarification.
That is important. Many learners feel shy about that.
Yes, but it is completely okay. You can say, "Sorry, where exactly?" Or, "Sorry, what do you mean by front desk?"
I like that. It is polite and honest.
Exactly. You do not need to pretend you understand everything.
Let me do that part. Sorry, where exactly?
Good.
And then you say, when you go downstairs, you'll see it on your left.
Then I can say, "Oh, okay, thanks a lot." Perfect. Very natural.
I think that is one of my problems. Sometimes I stop the conversation because I don't understand one word.
Yes, but now you have a better strategy. Instead of stopping, you can ask a short follow-up question.
So communication can continue.
Exactly. That's how real conversations keep going.
Can we hear the full second scene?
Of course. Excuse me, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Do you know where the office is?
Yes, it's downstairs next to the front desk.
Sorry, where exactly?
Go downstairs and you'll see it on your left.
Oh, okay. Thanks a lot.
No problem. But what if the person speaks too fast?
Good question. That happens all the time in real life.
Yes, and then I panic a little.
Then keep it simple. You can say, "Sorry, can you say that again more slowly?"
Ah, that's really useful.
Yes, so the conversation can still continue.
Let me try that too. Sorry, can you say that again more slowly?
Perfect. Then the other person might say, "Of course. Go downstairs and you'll see it on your left."
And then I can say, okay, got it, thank you.
Exactly. That is a great recovery line.
I like this part because it feels very real.
Good. Now let's move to the third mini scene. Later, you see the same person again, and now the conversation feels easier.
Because we already spoke before.
Exactly. And that's important. Real-life speaking often becomes easier in the second or third small interaction.
I like that. It feels hopeful.
It should. Now maybe you see that person near the coffee machine or near the door before the next class.
Okay.
This time you can greet them more naturally. You can say, "Hi again," or "Hey, how's it going?"
Hi again sounds easy.
Yes, then you can add a simple follow-up, like, "Did you find the office?" or "How was your first day?"
Oh, that is nice because it connects to the earlier conversation.
Exactly. It shows interest and it helps the conversation grow naturally.
Let me try. Hi again.
Good.
How's it going?
Nice.
How was your first day?
Very good. Then the other person might say, "It was good, thanks. I was nervous at first, but it was fine."
And I can say, that's good to hear.
Yes, or "I'm glad to hear that."
Then maybe I want to continue a little more.
Great. You can ask one more easy question. Something like, "Are you coming again next week?"
That sounds natural.
Yes, because the situation gives you the question.
So again, I should stay close to the real moment.
Exactly. That's the heart of this lesson. You do not need amazing English. You need simple English that matches the moment.
That idea really helps me.
Good. Now listen to the full third scene. Hi again.
Oh, hi. How's it going?
Pretty good. How was your first day?
It was good, actually. I was nervous at first, but everyone was kind.
That's good to hear.
Thanks. Are you coming again next week?
Yes, I am.
Nice. See you then.
See you next week.
That sounds smooth and friendly.
Yes. And now let's notice something important. In the first scene, you only needed to start. In the second scene, you asked for help and clarified something. In the third scene, you continued the relationship a little more naturally.
So the speaking grew step by step.
Exactly. So it's not just phrases, it's real conversation, growing a little at a time.
I can feel the progress.
Good. Now let's do one more short variation.
Okay.
Imagine you meet someone new at a cafe table, a waiting room, or a work break area. The same kind of English still works.
So the place can change, but the structure stays useful.
Exactly. Listen. Hi, is anyone sitting here?
No, go ahead.
Thanks. I'm Laura, by the way.
I'm Daniel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Do you work here?
Yes, I do. I started a few weeks ago.
Oh, nice. I'm still pretty new.
Really? How are you liking it so far?
It's going well, thanks. Everyone has been very helpful.
That sounds good.
See? The English is still simple, but it feels alive because it follows a real moment.
Yes, and it doesn't feel like a textbook.
That's the goal. Let's talk about why these conversations worked.
Yes, please.
First, the opening lines were short and easy. For example, "Is this seat free?" Or "Can I ask you something?" These are useful because they help you begin naturally.
So I do not need a long first sentence.
Exactly. Second, the questions matched the situation. We asked about the class, the office, the first day, and next week. These questions felt natural because they came from the real moment.
That makes the conversation easier to continue.
Right. Third, when there was a problem, you did not stop. You asked a follow-up question like, "Sorry, where exactly?" Or you asked someone to repeat something more slowly. That is very important in real-life English.
Yes, because real conversations are not always perfect.
Exactly. And last, the conversation grew little by little. First, you started, then you asked for help. Then you spoke more comfortably the next time. That is a very realistic way to build confidence.
I like that because it feels possible in daily life.
Good. That is what we want. Here are some useful phrases from today's lesson.
Let's do it.
Number 1. Is this seat free?
That one feels easy to use.
Number 2. I'm Daniel, by the way.
I like that because it sounds relaxed.
Number 3. Is this your first class here?
That's a nice way to keep the conversation going.
Number 4. Excuse me, can I ask you something?
I can use that in so many situations.
Number 5. Do you know where the office is?
That pattern is really practical.
Number 6. Sorry, where exactly?
Short, but very helpful.
Number 7. Sorry, can you say that again more slowly?
That one is so important.
Number 8. That's good to hear.
Warm and easy.
Number 9. Are you coming again next week?
That sounds friendly and natural.
Now it's your turn to speak.
This time, let's keep one situation from start to finish.
Good idea. Imagine you're at a class for the first time.
So we stay in the same real-life moment.
Exactly. You arrive early and see one empty seat. Say, "Hi, is this seat free?"
Your turn.
Good. Now sit down and introduce yourself. Say, "I'm blank, by the way."
Say your name.
Nice. Now keep the same conversation going. Ask, "Is this your first class here?"
Go ahead.
Very good. Now class is over and you need help. Say, "Excuse me, can I ask you something?"
Your turn.
Great. Now ask your real question. You can say, "Do you know where the office is?"
Speak now.
Good. Now imagine the answer is not clear. Ask, "Sorry, where exactly?"
Your turn.
Very nice. Now imagine the person repeats the answer but still speaks too fast. Say, "Sorry, can you say that again more slowly?"
Go ahead.
Excellent. Now you understand. Respond naturally. You can say, "Okay, got it. Thank you."
Say it now.
Great. Now it's the next class and you see the same person again. Say, "Hi again. How's it going?"
Your turn.
Nice. Now ask one friendly follow-up question. You can say, "How was your first day?" Or, "Are you coming again next week?"
Speak now.
Very good. You started, continued, asked for help, clarified, and spoke again later. That is real-life speaking practice. Now, let's do a short shadowing practice. Repeat after me. Try to copy the rhythm, the pauses, and the calm tone. Hi, is this seat free? I'm Daniel, by the way. Is this your first class here?
Hi, is this seat free? I'm Daniel, by the way. Is this your first class here?
Excuse me, can I ask you something? Do you know where the office is? Sorry, where exactly?
Excuse me, can I ask you something? Do you know where the office is? Sorry, where exactly?
Sorry, can you say that again more slowly? Okay, got it. Thank you.
Sorry, can you say that again more slowly? Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hi again, how's it going? That's good to hear. See you next week.
Hi again. How's it going? That's good to hear. See you next week.
So today, you practiced how to start a conversation, keep it going, and ask for help when you need it.
And you did it with short, simple English.
Exactly. That's real English. It doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to help you connect. Now, tell us in the comments, what is one simple English sentence you can use in real life this week?
It can be very short.
Yes, even one line is great. Thanks for practicing with us today.
Keep speaking a little every day.
And if this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and come back for more easy daily English.
See you next time.